Hello and welcome back to this, since we still hadn't found a name for it. And please leave some recommendations for the decorations because I have no idea what to put here. Maybe the name, if we figured out a name for it, maybe we put the name here. Okay, so today there's some things that I want to cover that I think are important and some of us might struggle with. And this is saying yes. We struggle because we always say yes, and we don't realize that we do have an option to say no. That no is an option. You don't have to always say yes. Of course, no problem, I'll do it, sure. You do have an option to say no, and sometimes just being so used to saying yes and it pleases everyone around you. Well, at the end it doesn't even please them, but like you say yes to everyone around you, and just by saying yes to everyone around you, you say no to yourself. You say no to a million things that could benefit you instead. So I feel like saying yes to other people is just basically saying no to many things that you could do for yourself. And it's truly okay to like say no to people. And I know it's hard because I am learning to say no. And it's hard to say no to people, especially people that we love, because we're so used to saying yes, and we learned that it's really respectful to say yes, and it's just respecting them. But saying no is respecting ourselves too. Because sometimes whenever someone asks you a question and it's a yes or no question, you have two options. Saying yes, that thing is probably gonna take some of your time, and then saying no is gonna save that time for yourself. Now you gotta think about it and weigh the benefits and the losses of saying yes. And sometimes it's okay to yes. Maybe you have some free time and you can actually help that someone, and it's a good thing. So you should help them at that time. But if you are in need of your time and you say yes just because you don't know how to say no, or you're scared to say no, they're just gonna keep doing it over and over and over. And sometimes it could be a bit manipulative, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but sometimes those people do this without realizing. Is that they will tell you like, oh, I know you're busy, but can you please help me with this? And then you say yes. But the thing is, they really don't care if you're busy or not, because if they did and they do know that you're busy, they were never gonna ask that question in the beginning. They were never gonna ask you to do that thing for them if they actually know they're busy and if they actually care. So and I read that in a book. It's kind of a way that they use it to kind of pressure you to say yes. It's like, oh, we know you're busy, but can you please do this for us? Okay, if you know I'm busy, why did you ask me in the first place? If you know that I'm busy and my time cannot be shared, why would you ask in the first place? So I feel like that's kind of a thing that some people would do. And just if we keep to say yes and yes and yes to people, they were gonna expect us to always say yes. They're gonna pressure us, and they're gonna keep adding more and more and more and more stuff on us just because we always say yes. They know for sure 100% that we're gonna say yes, so they're gonna ask whatever they want. They're gonna take the responsibilities off of themselves and put it on you because they know you're gonna say yes. They know you're not gonna say no. So it's kind of it builds up an expectations for those people. And at first, if you say no at the beginning, they're gonna be like shocked, like, did you say no? And they might be, might take it offensive and be like, you just said no to them. So they might be offended, even though they shouldn't be. But it's just that it has been an expectation for them for so long that you keep saying yes, that when you say no, they're going to take it as a kind of a shock at the beginning. You should try to say no more often, and try being more selfish. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I only mean it in a good way, which is being selfish by choosing yourself over pleasing everyone else around you. Because you are pleasing everyone around you, but are you pleased? Are you pleased with yourself, which is the most important thing? Are you pleased with yourself? Are they even pleased? Are they even pleased after you kept saying yes? They're probably not. Why? Because they probably expect more of you, because they're gonna keep asking and asking and asking, because this is what you do. You keep saying yes. So I feel like if you keep saying yes, at the end of the day, the results, they're not pleased because they're going to keep asking you for more because you say yes. So they're definitely not pleased and they're going to keep asking more and they're never going to stop. You're not going to be pleased because you have no time for yourself. And you just keep giving it to others over and over and over again and choosing them over yourself. So we need to build a boundary between us and people that, yes, I can help you if I have a free time. Yes, I can help you, but, you know, when it comes to this, I have to say no. Let's say someone asking you to help with something, but you have a test next week, so you need to study. Learn to say no. Be like, I'm sorry, I wish I could have helped you, but I have a test next week and I need to study for it, so no. And it's hard. I know saying that is easy, but actually doing it is hard. But we really do have at some point to stand with ourselves and have, you know, that talk between ourselves and be like, is this really helping us? Is saying yes helping us or the people around us? Is it affecting us? Like, is it affecting us in a good way or a bad way? Are we benefiting from it or no? Are we happy with ourselves after we do that? Are they happy after we do that? So we kind of have to have that talk with ourselves to see how it affects us. I just want to let you know that saying no is not disrespectful. Choosing yourself is not disrespectful. Setting boundaries is not disrespectful. What's disrespectful is people expecting you to always say yes, to always be happy to help, to always be there, and always choosing them over yourself. That is disrespectful. At some point, they're going to have to understand that you're not always available. You're not in their service 24/7. You're not always going to have the time. You have your own life too. You have your own things to worry about. You have your own things that require your time. And you have a life. Your life doesn't revolve around them. It's going to be really exhausting to just like keep pleasing everyone around you. And you truly, if you think about it, you can't please everyone around you. Because you're going to lose yourself in the way of trying to please everyone. Because we're not perfect. No one is. So there's no way to please everyone because everyone has different expectations. And it's exhausting. It truly is exhausting just trying to please everyone. You can't. So might as well just do whatever you want. And say no. And stand up for yourself. Practice saying no little bit by little bit. You're going to get there. By time, you're gonna get there, you're gonna feel the difference and how good it is to say no, and how saying no was not evil. It didn't make you a bad guy. It just made you choose yourself. So practice saying no and tell me how it goes, and I'll wait for you here for the next time we talk. See you next time and have a great day.